How you doing?
All right.
Good morning, everyone. It's Valerie, otherwise known as Chick Picker. Your your Wednesday humps coming to you live from StreamYard. Ain't nothing but a hump thing.
It ain't nothing but
Believe,
a hump.
believe me, I don't even know where that came from, but
Ain't nothing but a hump thing.
My hump, my hump, my hump. I
Do the
love
Humpty Dump.
it.
Do the Humpty Dump.
good morning, Bum
Humpty
Crack
Hump.
Picker. You made it. Let's see.
Hey, Bone Crack.
Let's see here. We got Hank and Dahlia and Patty and yeah. Thanks for coming on. Thanks for
Yeah.
joining us. Joining the party.
Wednesday, December 9th.
Ugh. Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Happy day. Oh my gosh.
Got a high of 40 degrees today.
Woo! We got 64 degrees coming to us on December 9th. That is craziness.
It is crazy. And it's like Indian summer.
It's just like, yeah, it's like we flip flop with California or something. I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah.
But I will say we're supposed to get that S word on Friday and Saturday. So
I didn't even see it on us. It's like rain.
it's raining.
Rain and no snow.
But you know the thing is we don't get much now. We're gonna have a rough summer. But
Yeah, for sure.
the way the ball bounces, I guess. I hope everybody's doing good this morning. I kind of slept in and everything, but it's funny whenever I make plans for the morning, like I'm gonna get up at 5 o'clock and I'm gonna do this and that and the other and get things done, and that's when I sleep in.
Well, you see how long I lasted yesterday.
Yeah, I mean you were up pretty much all day. Pretty much.
Until dinner, and then I was done.
Yeah. This says it's icky here in Icky, Pennsylvania. Good morning, Maggie.
Hey, Maggie.
But yeah, it's kind of getting kind of crazy. I am still. I can't make a decision to save my life right now.
Why? About what?
Going to North Carolina.
Um.
I'm still wishy-washy.
Yeah.
But
I mean, you have good reasons.
Right.
Good reasons not to go. Good reasons to go. So.
Yeah, that's the thing that gets me.
I mean, it's kind of scary. But, I mean.
Sally for helping me make my decision. Appreciate that. Oh my gosh. I will say, so a couple of days ago, I started listing on Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah.
And to ship. And I made a sale last night.
That is awesome.
I was very excited.
Really, really good. I may do that.
You know, it's
And
kind of worth.
you're
Kind of
just
worth
like
it.
listing what you list on eBay.
Yeah, I'm just cross listing.
Yeah.
I'm just cross listing. It was some what was it? Some rocks glasses. You know, the little short ones, the drinking glasses.
Yeah.
It was six of those. 6 of those for $35. They have little Christmas trees on the side of them. So
Yeah.
I don't know. It's
And how did they pay you for that?
I don't know. No, yeah, they wait. So you send it to them, and then they wait 5. It takes 5 days for you to get your money.
Oh wow.
So right now, through December 31st, there's no fees.
Okay, so you send them to them,
Right.
and they pay, right?
They pay for it, so your money will get to you. It looks like it's already paid for, but it's kind of in a holding.
Okay.
You know, they're holding the money until they get the item. They say it's okay, and then and then they release the money.
Okay. I actually I made a new account last night, or this morning. I've been up since 3. Anyways, made a new account, and Chase can actually get paid with, God, what is it called? It's an app. It's like Venmo.
Okay.
It's the one for that people pay their rent on usually. And it sounds like oh, this is gonna bug me if I don't find out what it is right now. Well, I didn't have the Chase app on my phone, but I do now. But it's one of those apps that you can like, it sounds like the one that people look at houses through and stuff.
Like Zillow?
Yeah, it sounds like that. Zella.
Never heard of that one.
It's an app. Anyways, it's like a pay app like Venmo.
Yeah.
And it's connected to my bank account. And then so it just comes out of does it start with a Z? Yeah. It is Zelle. It's Zelle.
Okay.
It's Zelle. And so I have like a couple of these. I have Zelle now, and that goes to my Chase, and then I have Venmo, and I have PayPal. And so there's a lot of options there.
Yeah.
If they wanted to pay other than just I don't know how they pay it in Facebook Marketplace. You just connect your bank account.
You can connect your bank account.
Okay. Yeah, thank you guys for trying to help me with my brain.
Yeah, you just put your routing number and your account number, and bada boom, bada bing, and it's done. And
Can I get some help with my brain?
yeah, well, we'll try and help you. We can help
I'd
anybody.
appreciate it.
You gotta give us some clues.
Well, actually, can you help the United States Postal Service? I've been looking at the tracking from the 6th, 7th, and 8th, and almost none of all 3 days has reached the regional hub.
Wow.
They show scanned in at the local post office, but for 3 days, almost. I mean, there may be two of them.
You know, Todd, maybe they had an outbreak there or something.
And I
Yeah.
also noticed instead of going to some of the packages are going to different hubs than the one that they usually go to.
Right.
Like usually regional hub is a place called Coppell, which is Fort Worth, really. But
Yeah.
I've had packages going to the regional hub in Oklahoma City and Irving, Texas, or
Wow.
in Dallas. So
Hmm.
it's frustrating.
Well, I mean,
I got another customer with a lost package. I
oh
shipped
yeah.
it on like the 18th of November,
Oh wow.
and it was scanned at the regional hub, and it must still be there.
What is it? Must be because that is so weird.
And those are random, the ones that take a super long time. They're just
Yeah.
totally random which ones get delayed that long and which ones don't.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah. There. I mean, sometimes mine just are a long wait, but they don't. There's not really a whole lot of like lost package issues.
Right.
I think eBay needs to put on every purchase every buyer makes. Hey, delivery may be delayed and it's not the seller's fault. Why couldn't they do that? Just do a blanket statement saying delivery could be delayed,
Well,
and it's
yeah.
not it's not the seller's fault that this is happening.
Right. And I think, and maybe I'm just being naive or whatever, but maybe I would think that the buyer would know that. Like, we don't have any control over what the post office does. I got a message yesterday that said, hey, I showed that my package was uh, sent out and delivered today. She goes, I think my package was delivered to the wrong address because it's in Kansas. And I was like, okay, I remember this happening before. They scanned it as delivered. They didn't scan it as
Yeah.
received, going out.
Right.
And so because I knew about that, I told her, I said, this is what happens. Wait a couple of days. It'll get scanned in again. It didn't get delivered here. It was just a mistake by the mailman. And she was like, oh, okay. I'll wait a day or two and see where it's at then. I mean, yeah, Maggie says I'm keeping an eye on my packages. If anything seems like it's lagging, I enter the tracking on USPS to ask for email updates, and that seems to get them moving along.
What is
Well,
that?
there you go.
Can you see that?
Yeah. What is it?
It's a tiny little spider who's been hanging out with me on my light for about 3 days.
Yikes.
You see him there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
your little friend.
Morning, Julie.
Okay. Anyway, yeah, back to shipping. I don't know. It would make customers feel a whole lot better about sellers if eBay would just put out a little, all I got to do is put out a little statement with each purchase made saying,
But
this
I
is the shippers are overwhelmed at the moment.
right.
Steve, in Ohio, Steve, what's his name? He's on
Alcorn.
Scott Show, Alcorn. He said that Cleveland Regional is shut down.
Huh.
Period. I mean, either his packages go to a different hub or they don't get sent. I mean, they just sit at Cleveland. He said
Yeah.
he's got packages 3 weeks at Cleveland. Not
Yep.
just some of them, all of them.
Well, that's Maggie has a good way to kind of get those things going. If you start inquiring about them, it seems to loosen them up, and they start showing up. So maybe that's the key is start putting in inquiries about packages if you're concerned about them.
Yeah.
And that might keep them going. I don't know. It's probably going to be a crazy, I'm sure it's going to be crazy until, after Christmas.
Yeah. And I have no doubt that the USPS will deliver. I mean, I average about 2,000 packages a year the last 5 years, and the USPS has only ever just completely lost one package. So that would be like 10,000 packages, and they've only ever just flat lost one.
Yeah.
Regina says seller announcements posted an article about shipping delays yesterday, and it lists how we're protected.
Yeah, but we still have to go in and request a ding to be removed, don't we? If it
Oh yeah.
screwed up.
Oh yeah.
So all this adds time and frustration to our days when we're trying to keep up with our fourth quarter buyers and stuff. Jeez. Pain in
I'm
the
sure we'll get through.
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll make it.
It'll be all right.
And the reality is this happens every year. It happens every year.
Oh,
I mean, it might get a little bit worse year by year, but it still happens every single year.
Yeah.
And the USPS website still says, if you ship it by the 18th, it should arrive before Christmas. Oh, bull now. Crap. Bull on that.
I guess you just have to cross your fingers and
we're
hope for the best.
probably already past the safe date for getting a package by Christmas.
Yeah, Karen says that she had items back in Michigan, but as soon as she sent the inquiry, then it got loosened up and delivered.
Yeah. I had one last month. I don't know if I talked about it, but a pair of boots got stuck, and I put in 2 separate inquiries, and it still didn't show up. So I was just about to refund the buyer.
Yeah.
And I put in a request to USPS for insurance, and the request for insurance broke it loose, I guess, because it finally moved.
And they're like, we don't want to pay that.
And then it still took 3 days after the request for insurance. It still took 3 days to get it to the customer. So I was like, freaking right. I went through 2 lost package searches and the insurance request. So, golly.
Julie said she had 13 sales yesterday. That's awesome.
That's great, Julie.
I had 6.
So did I. I got 13 packages going out.
Nice.
Good job.
It was a good day. I was whining the day before that got kind of slow, but.
Well, maybe that's what you got to do is whine a little more.
I think it was the juju you gave out yesterday.
Well,
As soon as you gave the juju, I started getting Cha-ching, hey. Cha-ching, hey. Cha-ching, hey, hey.
I thought I stole it all, but I guess karma got me because I got no sales.
Oh, no. I got all yours. I
'Cause
had
I
better.
refused-
I had
I
better
refused
It
get
turned
you to
around,
grab
bit you in the
them.
butt, huh? Oh my gosh.
I was trying to steal it all.
My juju grabber worked better than yours.
Oh man.
Anyway,
I don't know. It's been, everything just kind of, you have to chalk it up to, it's 2020. It's just been a sucky year, and I don't know,
yep.
just throw it into the 2020 bin. I mean, what else? What else can you do?
We can go ahead and start whining about 2021 if we want, because
Right? Because there's a lot of people thinking that once 2021 hits, everything's gonna be just hunky dory.
I don't think that.
No.
It's already looking kind
I
of.
think you're pretty naive if you think that. But I mean, it is going to be a new year, so maybe there'll be better things that happen, and we can hope for the best. Maybe.
I saw a little clip and a picture yesterday on, I don't know what I was looking at, that the blue whale has the second largest asshole on Earth at 1 foot across. And the governor of California holds the record with being the largest asshole
Oh
on
my
Earth
gosh.
because of all the shutdowns.
Oh my gosh.
Well, mine is third.
There you go. There's your tip for the day.
Oh man, California shut
That's
down.
about the truth.
New York, New Jersey shut down.
Yeah, things are.
Yeah, are we gonna do a New Year's Eve show this year?
I don't know. It kind of depends on
If you're where you're at.
What I'm doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, because if you're in North Carolina, then probably not. What is that?
The blue whale's anus can stretch up to 3.5 feet, making it the second largest asshole next to California Governor Gavin Newsom.
Oh my gosh.
That's funny.
Oh man.
Yep, for sure. And that's
well, yeah.
Pennsylvania's shut. Michigan's shut.
There's quite a few of those assholes out there.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, again, there's no proof that shutting down cures COVID.
No.
I'm not even sure if it could slow the spread.
This is the thing. We're not even completely shut down. All retail is open.
Yeah.
Just no restaurants or bars. So it's so dumb.
How come people can go to Walmart and eat right straight out of their deli there?
Yeah.
But they can't go across the street and get a meal at a restaurant. How come that is?
Right.
Yeah,
I don't get it.
Pisses me off. You can go to a liquor store and buy liquor, but you can't go in a bar.
Yep.
What?
Yep, we're selling a mass amount of beer right now from our store. But it's crazy. It's crazy that people can't go to restaurants, can't go to bars, and they think that just curbing that and then not letting high school students go to school, but letting the little kids go to school. It's like, whatever you're doing, you're going to have to do it like full force. You know,
Yeah.
like, why not?
Yeah.
Because if you don't do it full force, then it's not going to work.
You can have a peaceful demonstration of 10,000 people, but you can't have a church worship service of more than 10 people.
Yeah.
What did I see yesterday? I seen something on Facebook, and it had a picture of an like an airplane with all the seats, 3 seats on each side. And then it showed another picture of a church, and they said, what's the difference? You can get on a plane, but you can't go to church.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense.
There's just
what they're doing. They need to sit down and say, okay, well, if we can have church, then people can fly. Or, if you can't, then you can't do either one. If you can go to the store, to shop for shoes, then you should be able to go to a restaurant or a bar to eat and drink. They're not making any sense. If high school kids can go to school, then why can't, or if little kids can go to school, why can't high school kids?
I don't know. What, Anissa, what is a youngling? A Hershey? She says she's getting a couple of cases of Hershey youngling. This makes me want to drink chocolate beer. Ooh.
Yuengling is a beer company.
Oh, okay.
Yuengling beer, Yuengling, Dangling.
Never heard of that.
Yuengling, yeah. So,
yeah.
But Scott said yesterday the National Wrestling Federation of High School National Wrestling Federation, they can have their matches, but they can't shake hands before the match.
They can roll around on the floor together, and that's okay.
Rolling around on the mat, sweating on each other.
Wait, I need time out. He's breathing on me.
But they can't shake hands before the match starts.
I do not understand their theory. It really does end up being just stupid.
Yeah.
It just ends up being, I mean,
like Karen says, it's about control. It's not anything to do with this person is or this is more of a risk than this and all of that. It's nothing to do with that. It's all about control.
Yeah.
Yeah, and big business is getting supported and little business is getting squashed.
Yeah. Jonah's restaurant is really trying to hang in there. They're not hardly getting any orders or anything for takeout. So this has been really hard for them. And he didn't know that the governor had extended yesterday. He's like, well, I'll probably work this weekend. And I'm like, what are you talking about? You're not going to work this weekend. And he's like, yeah, I'll probably work this weekend. I said, no, she put it on for 12 more days. He's like, no way.
Like, vacation.
Yeah. But he'd rather be working.
Yeah.
He said he'd rather be working. He's actually thinking about getting another job just to kind of fill in, you know.
Oh my gosh. Fish and Pickens says some states require the wrestlers to wear masks while wrestling. God help them kids if they go 6 minutes in a match with the mask on.
Yeah,
God.
that's awful.
Yeah, how many kids are going to die from suffocation
Uh-huh.
because they were wearing a mask while they were wrestling?
Or the mask is pulled up over their eyes or something and they're knocked out and they can't tell.
Right?
I don't know. Things are just
sorry.
getting crazier and crazier.
Joanne has to have a plate put in her foot because she broke it.
Oh. But it's elective, right? So, I mean,
What,
you know, the plate, they said that it's an elective surgery, so now she has to wait.
Oh.
Because they're not, most hospitals have shut down elective surgeries for right now again.
Oh.
So it's almost, you know, it's
Why would that be? Because a person can ride a wheelchair, it's elective?
I don't know.
That's stupid.
I don't know.
That's
I
not
don't
elective.
know.
How is that elective? Oh, you might live another 3 days because you had a heart attack. It would be elective for us to do a surgery on you.
I don't see. I'm sure that there's places that are doing that, but like, if I was allowed to have surgery right now, I have to go through some tests and stuff. But if they told me that I could have surgery right now, they would do it. And mine's based. I don't know if mine's elective or not. I think mine would be considered elective.
I would say so. But I don't know. I mean, who determines that? If it's elective or not, you know?
Makes you wonder if, like, plastic surgeons are broke like all the rest of us now.
I wonder.
Because every one of their surgeries would be elective.
Yeah.
Or a good portion of.
Right.
I need a boob job. No, it's elective. You can't have it yet.
Yeah.
You know, I need my nose fixed. It's laying over on its side. No, you can't. That's elective.
If you can smell his fart, your mask ain't working. That's
a good idea, Joanne. Now, she said I wouldn't do it anyway this year. I want it on next year's deductible. I can get around just a limper. Couldn't run from a bear, that's for sure. Be a 3-course meal for a bear. Oh my gosh. I don't know.
What's that old joke? If 3 people are running away from the bear, you don't want to be the slowest one.
Right. Yeah, you don't want to be the last one. You want to be number one.
I agree with Maggie. She says, I think after the dust settles, we'll find many deaths as a result of lockdowns. See, like Job and his girlfriend, they both have COVID, and they're in an apartment building. And I think that's where they actually got it, was in their apartment building because the ventilation system and stuff. And I told him he needs to open his windows and get like fresh air in there, because them just sitting in their apartment, because like they're all locked down too, you know, they, you know, of course they can't go anywhere anyways because they have COVID. And so, so they're just sitting in that apartment, and, you know, they're not going to get any better if they're just sitting there and rebreathing the air that, you know, they're both giving off, you know.
What they're almost done though, aren't they?
Almost
with their quarantine.
Yeah, they should be, but
I mean, they still have to test negative for.
They have to test before they can go back to work.
Right, right. See, I'm hearing a lot of different stories. Like, you know, you have to if you're fever free for 3 days, you can go back to work, and you don't even have to show negative.
Oh,
You
no.
know, which is
I mean,
craziness to me. But I don't know.
there's people in the hospital right now that, you know, they're on oxygen or whatever, and they can be fever free for a couple of days, and then they go back to having fevers. And you know, that's a little bit just different situation, but there's people that's been in there with COVID for 30 some days, you know, or more.
Yeah.
You know, so you know, I would say if you would have to probably test negative after being positive to go back to work.
That's what I would think.
I think that's
exactly what I would
it is with my work, anyways. Well, who knows? Like I'm ready.
Yeah, who's going to verify 3 days of no fever?
I don't know.
Do they have to go to work and get fever checked for 3 days and then go back home? I don't know. So many stupid things. Oh my God.
But it's not. The thing is there's no consistency.
Hmm.
There's absolutely no consistency whatsoever in all of this. You know, I think it should be a across the board. Every state is the same.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what I think.
Nobody knows what to expect.
Right.
You know, or
if they don't want people traveling, if they don't want people traveling, then you need to ground the planes.
Yeah.
Bottom line. You know, if they're saying you should stay home, then, you know, I don't know, figure something out. But yeah, I don't know. I just that's probably the most frustrating thing is
lose or anything, but we have to do something to get it taken care of.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm willing to be a good girl and stay home if that's what it takes. You know, and just, you know, go to work.
Kelly said my daughter had a fever one day and was sent home from school. She either had to stay home for 10 days or go get tested, and she stayed home for 10 days.
Yeah.
It's craziness. It's I don't know. There's no it's not good, you know, but we went through this, you know, earlier this year, you know, March, April, you know, it was a big old cluster, and nobody knew what anybody else was doing, and you know, it was just a big old mess, and we're still kind of in the same place. Careful on that drag there, Missy.
It was a big one.
Easy there, Nelly. Oh my gosh. It's just crazy. I don't know. So you guys selling any Christmas stuff?
Let me look.
I haven't lately. Last thing I sold was some bells that they're big gold bells. And they had like poinsettia or whatever it's called, and a big bow, and they play different tunes, but the tunes are bells ringing.
Uh-huh.
That's the last thing I sold a couple days ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, on the 8th, I sold some Christmas plates. And on the 7th, I sold a Department 56 building. Yeah. I haven't had just a ton of Christmas items to sell this year,
Mhm.
but
Yeah. Yesterday I sold those glasses, and then I sold a Hallmark ornament. But I wish I would have thought of it earlier to put stuff on Facebook Marketplace, because
Yeah.
I think we're winding down as far as Christmas decorations go, and I don't
No,
think.
don't say that because people will be buying those until January.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm gonna leave them
January,
on because
February.
Christmas goes all year, but
Yeah.
also I think there's a lot of people. There's a lot of for the most part, there's people's got their tree up already.
Yeah.
If they ain't got it up by now,
Yeah.
but you know, who's to say?
But,
Anissa says, I have African American Santa. I just got an offer on, but it was a low offer, and she's complaining about the shipping. People don't get that we don't control the shipping costs. Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. Too bad, so sad. You don't, you must
Yeah,
not want it bad enough.
I'll give you free shipping, but your price is going to go up $20.
Yeah. But here, let me fix it for you.
Yeah. I'll fix it just for you.
that's right.
Yeah,
Let me give you a better deal. We'll add $20 onto the price, and we'll do free shipping. Oh yeah, that sounds a lot better.
Oh,
Anissa says she don't have her tree up yet.
Kelly sold a ugly Christmas sweater with the Grinch on it on Macari.
Grinch is hot right now.
Yeah. Did you see that video of that guy dressed up as the Grinch? And he was in like a car, like a dune buggy, like Grandpa used to have.
Mm-hmm.
But it's looked like a candy cane. It was really cool.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Morning, Mr. Sadie.
Yeah, Mr. Sadie Health Bar.
Yeah, I don't know. This has been crazy.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Anissa. She said losing her dog kicked us in the balls. Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah,
That was very, very hard.
yeah, it was really hard to lose Elvis too, but
Yeah. So weird, huh? Just a weird year. Don't cry. Don't you do it, sister.
who's crying?
I thought you were starting to cry. That made me feel like I was starting to cry.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I love the sound of cha-ching in the morning.
Mhm.
Cha-ching, hey!
That'll put a smile on your face, maybe. I shouldn't say that too quickly. It could be bad stuff,
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm.
I don't blame you at all. I have a tree up, but it is not decorated. Not really. It's got a couple balls on it, but it's up. But it's been up since last year. Ching.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. And this says, agree, Valerie, we lost our dog and cat within 5 minutes of each. Oh man, that's just awful. But what do you?
Cut my hand open yesterday.
Yeah.
With a pair of tweezers.
Oh. Wow.
Because I was trying to hold them while I was shutting a door.
There you go.
I'm trying to figure out that scenario. You were shutting a door.
Yep.
And you had
Like
tweezers in your hand.
like this, and I grabbed the door handle like this, and it cut my hand.
Yeah. Don't do
Uh-huh.
that.
I had something else in my arms or something.
You have the most bizarre accidents.
I wasn't holding the tweezers. If I could have, I would have held them in this hand and shut the door. But
I
was
tripped
holding-
over a gas meter in my yard. Acorns fell out of a tree and hit me on the head. You have the most bizarre accidents.
Right?
know. I fell up the stairs the other day.
Fell up the stairs.
Yeah.
I hurt myself crawling in my car because the door was welded shut.
Yep.
You just come up with this stuff all the time, and I'm like, holy
I
cow.
was walking in the hallway and I slid my arm on the wall and hit a nail, and it tore me all the way down my
Well,
arm.
of course it did.
Yeah, you need to be wrapped in bubble wrap.
I tripped sideways because
Yeah.
the dog beds are in my hallway, and so
Right.
you only have like this much space to walk. It's like a little trail, and then and so I tripped sideways and leaned on the wall with my arm and slid like that, and it ripped my arm.
Yeah. You just need you don't need to go anywhere. You just need to sit right there in that chair.
Sadie, I didn't remember that's where your channel
Safest
name
place.
comes from.
Yeah.
Safest place.
Because of
That's
dogs,
sweet.
Sadie.
Yeah.
You have a Fitbit, don't you, Valerie?
I do. I sure enough do. Oh.
Does it show your heart rate?
Yeah.
I was thinking about it this morning, and I'm like, oh, I could have told my doctor on my teledoc appointment. They text my cell phone, and you click a link, and you're with your doctor. I could have told her my heart rate at least yesterday, but I didn't.
Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, Dahlia says I didn't know about Elvis. Yeah, he had a really bad it just came on quickly, and he had a seizure, and the doctor couldn't get rid of it, and so I mean we had to
Good morning,
take
AJ.
care of it. Atlas James Barones.
Hi, sweet boy.
Hi, Atlas.
Who that? There's an old man hand right there.
It's Uncle Todd.
Hi,
That's
Atlas.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, that was
Yeah, did you know that that's what Anessa's dog died of too?
a seizure.
Yeah.
Crazy.
See, and
Yeah.
I think Fuzzy and Toby both have had seizures before because they both had I thought it was a back injury or a hip injury, but it wasn't. There was no pain. You could, manipulate their hind end and all of that to walk, but it was like they were paralyzed from like the waist down kind of thing. And
Yeah.
they could do anything with their back legs. And then once we were like trying to work with them and stuff. Toby was like really bad. I thought we were going to have, even Brandon said we might have to put that dog down.
Yeah.
Because we were having to pick him up and take him outside. And we were putting him in the front because we could walk down the stairs with him and, just basically help him go pee and poop and stuff. And, but he couldn't lift his leg to go pee, nothing. So he just he didn't even squat.
Yeah.
He stood there. But, yeah, they were They were not using their back end at all. And then we just kind of started walking with them. You know, they would walk on their front legs and we would go like this with their hind legs, and basically we therapied them,
Yeah.
you know, and got them back to where they could walk again. And Fuzzy was real quick. He was real quick to come back, but Toby, it took him like a good week.
Yeah.
But we still have him, so I feel lucky.
Yeah. Yeah, and Nissa says she was having cluster seizures. That's that they couldn't get her to come out of, even with medication. So no choice but to put her down. No hints beforehand. And that was the same thing with Elvis. He had one in the earlier in the day, and then and it was real quick. You know, he had it. It was over, and he seemed like he came back from it okay. But then in the afternoon, he started having it and it didn't stop. It just continued on. So I had to put him in the car. He had the seizure all the way, it was 30 minutes, to the vet, and he had the seizure the whole time.
Wow.
And then when we got there, he gave him phenobarbital and another medication, and it didn't even touch it. So, I mean, that was our only option was to put him down,
Yeah. Well, you know what might have worked is some pot, but you don't have any. But pot does bring. I don't know if it helps with dogs seizures, but it
Yeah.
helps with people's seizures.
I didn't even think about like using the CBD oil, but that might have helped. But I didn't even.
Maybe, but
I didn't even. It didn't
yeah,
even cross my mind, to use that. But
yeah, that's hard to.
it's getting rough because that's 3 dogs that I've had to put down in the last 4 years.
Yeah.
That's so.
Well.
And it's never easy, because they're your kids.
Yes.
But
yeah, it would be very, very hard to deal with.
Yeah, but so what you got going on today? You got some listings. I got to do shipping.
I got to work tonight.
You got to work tonight.
I have to work all the way until next week.
That happened.
Huh?
It was. Dolly said, "When did that happen?"
Oh.
That was right before I left. It was about 4 or 5 days before I left. So,
And you left on what day?
I don't remember. I think I left on the
12th or something?
The 12th, I think it was.
Yeah.
So it was like 4 days prior to that.
Oh, Mr. Stevie said he didn't know that Elvis died either.
Yeah.
It's been a couple weeks, hasn't it?
I didn't really share it a whole lot on here.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I just didn't. Maybe I just didn't want to get
emotional
on here. I don't know why. That never bothered me before, but
yeah.
I don't know. But I'm okay. I know he's probably in a better place, so that's the way I think of it anyway. So, but yeah, I gotta. It sucks.
I cry way harder at having to put my animals down than I do at a relative's funeral. I really do.
Yeah.
I just they're so defenseless and dependent on you, and then you go, okay, you need to go on to doggy heaven, and I'm like, oh man, I'm tearing up right now thinking about And you live long enough and you have animals, that's going to happen
Yeah.
several times during your lifetime, and every time it just kills you. It kills me. I don't know if it does anybody else, but
Oh yeah. I mean, it's been a long time ago that any of my animals died, but I think probably in California or something. But yeah, it's hard even whenever I hear about other people's dogs dying. I get so sad. Yeah, this is when dogs die, I cry harder than when humans die.
absolutely.
They're your best friend and your kids and your family member. It's like your kids.
Yeah. They're always underfoot.
Yep. Trying to trip you.
Yeah. I'll be carrying heavy packages around the house. And the dogs just lay there and look at you and lay in your way,
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you don't see me carrying this big old box, dog. Can you move? The dog just looks at you like, I don't have to. I'm the pet.
Yes, I agree, Mr. Sadie. I've been watching some TikToks, and there's a lot of people that are teaching their dogs to talk with buttons. They're programmable buttons or reprogrammable, so you can, if the dog pushes a button, it says outside, or it says please, or treat, or toy.
Shoot, my
Ball.
dogs would be going treat, 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 treat,
You try that, but you have
treat,
to
treat,
you
treat,
have to be
treat,
good on that part. You can't give them a treat all the time.
treat,
So
treat, treat.
they start with like taking the outside button and putting it right next to the door, so that when the dog has to go out, they push the outside button and you let them out.
Huh.
I mean, dogs are easily trainable, so you can teach a dog to do that. Ooh, did you get a chain?
That was a counter offer,
Okay.
and I'm gonna take that.
How much?
Well, the offer was $10, and they said, "No, I only want to pay $9." I'm like, "You're stupid." So anyway, I went ahead and took it.
Yeah, because you're a good person.
Whatever.
Have a Merry Christmas.
I guess. Yeah, that's the reason.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, get it.
I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah, I don't know what I was talking about. Lost my train of thought.
Oh,
the buttons. Yeah,
the buttons.
so there's people that have like a mat, and they can put these buttons on this mat. The buttons are like this big, like, so they push the button with their paw and tell them what they want, and dogs are freaking smart. They can learn, so they're basically they're basically talking. That's weird to see.
Yeah, I believe it. We have a 30-minute alarm when Izzy's supposed to get her insulin shot 30 minutes after she eats. So we set a 30-minute alarm, and when the alarm goes off, she gets her shot and a treat. So then all the dogs, when they hear the alarm, they come running. Treat, treat. It's treat time. We heard the alarm. Treat. So yeah, they learn that little trick really quickly.
Yeah.
When the alarm goes off, we get a treat.
Yeah.
Right.
So if we are cooking something and we set the alarm and it goes off, they all go, "Where's the treat? You said treat." And they don't get a treat, and they look at you like, "Oh, oh."
They're gonna live though, you know.
Yeah,
You don't have to give them a treat every time.
No.
But if you condition them to, you know, to think that they're gonna get one,
Sure.
you know. But these people are training these dogs, and like they could put they can put a treat
Sadie,
right in front of him and say no, or not, no, they wouldn't say no, but they would say like stay, or whatever, or don't eat that, and then they walk out the door, and then they come back in, and he's just sitting there drooling. Just drool is coming out of his mouth, and he's salivating for that treat, but he stays away from it.
Huh.
Sadie says, "I wish Champ could learn to say hellfire." That's funny.
Get him a reprogrammable button.
Sadie, you got to get a button that the dog pushes. Hellfire.
Yep.
Hellfire.
Yeah.
That'd be
Good
great.
morning, Kathy. She says I bought one of those mats for my grandson. He's nonverbal,
Oh,
and they're gonna use it at home and at his school. Christmas present, so they haven't tried it yet.
that
That's
is
a great
awesome,
idea.
though. Like,
Yeah.
if he's nonverbal, that is gonna be like their main thing. I mean, communication is so
Yeah.
important.
And I'm just gonna put a plug out there. If you get a chance, watch the movie Sound of Metal. It's a great movie. Great, great, great movie. So if you get a chance, watch it.
It's on Prime.
And then I also want to put another plug out there. For if you guys know Krillin, right?
Yeah.
Krillin on Instagram, he goes by Bob's Blazers.
Mhm.
Bob's Blazers, I think, is what
Yeah.
Blazers and Vintage. I want to see. I think that's what he goes by. Anyway, and then on Krillin or on YouTube, he has it goes by Krillin876. So he's trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. So if you get a chance, go over there and subscribe to his channel.
Also,
do a little plug for him.
Yeah.
So his channel name is Bob Blazers?
But it's on Instagram.
No, I mean YouTube.
On YouTube, I believe he's still Krillin. Krillin876. I think. Yeah. And then on Instagram, he's Bob's Blazers and Vintage. Yeah. But yeah, he's a mainly a men's dress clothing, like suits, but he does a lot of men's clothing. And he's very knowledgeable in
He's in New York or something.
He's in Long Island, I believe. Yeah.
What's Ronnie? Is Ronnie in Long Island?
No. Ronnie is in Connecticut.
You sure?
Isn't he? Yeah, I think so. Or Massachusetts.
I don't think so.
Yeah. He's at he lives on the Cod. He lives at Cape Cod.
Where's Cape Cod at?
That's where Ronnie Hart lives.
That's what she's talking about.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Ronnie lives at Cape Cod, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And Cape Cod is what, Massachusetts?
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. Problem solved.
Massachusetts, so that was probably the problem.
Yeah, the Cape sticks out into the Atlantic Ocean on the eastern
Right.
seaboard.
Right.
Mm.
Exactly. Thank you, Bumcrack, for putting that in. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
But yeah, he's got a lot of information. He's very, very, on top on men's fashion and what sells. He does sell a lot of men's clothing, and he sells it out of the U.S. So where's Krillin? Yeah, Krillin lives in Massachusetts. But he's got a lot of information. I've been trying to get him to come on the show, but he's kind of a night owl, and so I think it's kind of it's just not his groove. No, he lives. Krillin lives in Long Island. He lives in Long Island.
Oh, well, that's not Cape Cod.
I made a fun game.
Anyway, let's guess where each reseller is from. No, let's not.
All
right, guys.
But
I hope everybody. What?
I said I'm from California, but I live in Michigan.
Yeah, I'm from California. I live in Kansas, but I'm moving to Texas. Anyway.
Your turn, Todd.
I'm from heaven, but I live in Texas now.
There you go.
That's pretty good.
Sorry.
Yeah, he does.
Okay, I need to pay attention better.
Yeah, Kelly says he mainly goes on Tommy and Tracy's, but he does a lot. He actually does quite a few lives on his Instagram. He goes live at night, usually around 10, 11 o'clock at night. He'll go on and just talk. Talk about clothing, talk about this, that, and the other. But
and funny as hell.
Oh,
He's just a funny guy.
He is funny. I love the way he talks. He's got that New York accent and everything, but he is funny. So anyway, if you guys get a chance, go over and sub to him. Go sub to him on his Instagram and on his YouTube, because sometimes he does put videos out, and I know that he's wanted to get his subscribers up. So
speaking of Tommy and Tracy's show, John Cincinnati Picker was on there last night, so that's good. You should watch it.
Okay. All right.
I watched a little bit of it. I couldn't hang. I got sleepy.
All right. Oh, he lives about 45 minutes from me. Yeah, he is hilarious. All right, so we're going to wrap it up, get to work. I hope everybody has a great day, and we'll see you all tomorrow.
Bye, guys.
Bye.